Good morning, Spurs fans, or hello, Paul Hotspur Hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. And we're all waiting with bated breath for the weekend now. I've got high hopes of how we're going to do against Man United. More maybe about that in a second. I just watched Steve Perryman's podcast this morning. And, for me, Steve Perryman is the Spurs captain. Loved watching him play in those days. And I was particularly hopeful about some of the comments he was making about Ange Postecoglou. He didn't quite put him, say he was like Bill Nicholson, but he did mention him in the same breath, which I mean has got to be a good thing, hasn't it? Steve was saying that Ange is saying the right things. There's no fluff about him, straight down the line. And he's setting the tone. He's setting the tone for the players, and he's setting the tempo of play. So, that fills me with even more hope. I mean, I'm always a big Ange Postecoglou freak. I'm shivering here because it's freezing at the moment. But it kind of backs up what a commenter on my channel, a member of the Hotspur Hippie commune. Memberships are available if you want to support the channel. Chem62, who's been a Spurs fan since the early 60s and has met Bill Nicholson a couple of times. And very early on, he said that Ange was giving him Bill Nicholson vibes. So, I mean, it's better to have those vibes than not. And, we're not saying for a second that that he's going to be another Bill Nicholson, but it's nice to have that kind of flavour about the club. And I like his honesty in press conferences as well. We've had managers in recent years that talk in riddles and conundrums. I thought they were parrots. They were just normal birds, nothing exciting. It's nice to have a straight speaking manager instead of one that relies on riddles and conundrums and things like that. It's it's not, I'm not watching football for some sort of philosophical insight into man's psyche, or have to second guess what people really mean when they open their mouths. It's very nice to see someone just answer questions, and he's been very unflappable so far as Ange. He's had to put up an awful lot so far about the Harry Kane situation and transfer rumours here and transfer rumours there, and he really just seems to take it all in his stride. He just seems to be a guy that wants to just manage a squad, and everyone else can sort all this other stuff out. I'm really enjoying it now. The Man United game on Sunday morning here it is. I think it's on Saturday in England. I'm very hopeful for this because, without putting too fine a point on it, Man United, there's birds flying around all over the place. I'm going to get attacked as long as they're not magpies, because it is spring here and magpies do come down a little bit from time to time. Yeah, I thought Man United were... See if I can get that one in the background there. Is there one on the tree there? Where is it? I can't focus it. Man United were ordinary. Very ordinary. I thought they were very lucky against Wolves. Not that Wolves were particularly outstanding, but they did make Man United look quite suspect. What's that one there? That's a big one. Can I get that one in? Just behind my... There it is, moving around. Very suspect. And of course, Manchester United have the benefit of having Stockley Park in their pocket as well, so that's going to make it an extra challenge. I did find it very amusing that Man United and West Ham have agreed terms on Harry Maguire, and Harry Maguire said, you know what, I actually don't mind it here at Man United, I might stay here for a bit. So hopefully, God, he's coming really close. Oh shit, fuck. I mean, yeah, I'm a brave outback man. I'm not scared of no Tweety bird. I was just giving it a deterrent call there. maybe lull it in full sense of security and put it in a sandwich later. Of course, I wasn't just like crapping my pants there for a second as it was flying towards my head. It's not Alfred Hitchcock. It's not the birds. I'm no Tippi Hedren, of course. I hope I hope the rumours of how we're dealing with the gift Orban thing seems to be the right way to do it. You sort out terms with the player first, and then you get talking with the clubs. A lot of people are getting excited about gift Orban, and the more I'm hearing, the more I'm reading, the more I'm warming to the whole idea as well. I like, it was mentioned to me a couple of times on a stream this morning that he's kind of come up through an unorthodox way. He started playing football relatively late. I think it was like maybe 18 or something like that. So he hasn't come through the sausage factory of an academy. He's done it a different way, and I like difference, as you might have spotted by my appearance. I like people who are a little bit different and do things their own way. Maybe Gift Orban is one of those. It looks like an incredible goal scoring record for Ghent. People will always say, "Oh, question marks about stepping up a league," but a good player is a good player, and I quite like looking in leagues outside of the Bundesliga or Premier League or La Liga, and to these smaller competitions, because you can always there's good players all over the world, man. There's good players all over the world. It might be Argentina or Bosnia or Belgium, whoever. Who cares, man? Who cares? So I'm excited. I'm getting excited over this. I'm still hopeful that our front three can get their act together. There were small glimmers of Maddison linking up with Richarlison, but it was pretty tricky against Brentford because they did park the bus so well, and they just closed off those gaps. I'm hopeful that if we start seeing Maddison feed a few through to Richarlison, that will kind of open up possibilities for Sonny and Kulu as well. But it's still early days in this system. And one thing I'm the more I've ruminated over the game against Brentford, I think Ange is also keen to get minutes into the players' legs. He didn't use his full quota of substitutions on the weekend, and I think he's playing a smart game there, because the Premier League, as Bill Shankly said to the Nottingham Forest players after their first win when they got promoted to the First Division, was it 77, 78, 79? I don't know where it was now, 78. Bill Shankly told the Brian Clough dressing room, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And that's what we've got to remember about the Premier League. So if Ange is doing what I suspect and keeping players longer on the pitch just to get their fitness up, I'm all for it. And it didn't detract away from the result we had on the weekend as well. So it was a well played risk, and I think it's going to pay off. And hopefully those three up front will start clicking soon. But I'm not getting nervous yet. It's early days, and I'm really looking forward to the match on Sunday. I'll probably be saying this every day, but I hope we stuff the Red Devils. At least we don't have a fictitious thing on our badge like Manchester United. We don't have to make things up at Tottenham. We're football fact, not football bollocks. There we go. So anyway, I hope you're all doing well. Click like and subscribe if you feel you want to, and I'll probably be around a bit later for a live stream. We've got Australia playing England in the Women's World Cup semi-final tonight. I've got divided loyalty. I'm going to slightly go for Australia, but if England win, I'm not going to be too upset either. So it's not like the Ashes where I don't want Australia to win. I like Australia soccer, and it could do with a bit of a leg up in this country. There's a bit of a bandwagon happening at the moment, which I've seen before, and hopefully it'll be sustained a bit this time, because football is the world game. As Johnny Warren and Les Murray used to say, it's the world game, it's the beautiful game. And I want to see it get cracking a bit more in Australia, really. So until next time, folks. Oh, Tweety, there's another one. You're not coming at my head, though. No, that's all right. Peace and love, man. Peace and love. And come on, you Spurs.